Hello, Hola, Bonjour, hey, y'all. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. I have been away for so long. Oh, look who's here. Should I move this? Can I move this? There. Rio's here. Never fear, Rio's here. I gotta close all this stuff so I can see the chat. There we go. Hey, everybody. I've missed you guys. I've been away for like a longer time, I think, than I've ever been away. I needed it all, so it's fine. But it's like I don't like being away that long. So it's good to be back. Hi, everybody. Gosh, there's so darn many of you. Hey, first, let me say before I forget, you know who was first? Coco Loco. Followed by Kai and Heather. I don't stream with 3,142 windows. No, I actually just closed them all down. I'm not as professional a streamer as AMBERLYNN is. I use a wired connection, 2 monitors, an external camera for Rio, and I don't have any tabs open. Oh, I have the chat open twice. I have it on live chat, by the way. If you guys forgot, put it on live chat. I know I'm an amateur. Also, external mic, which she doesn't have, does she? Apologies and catch up, I said here on my notes. So I want to apologize for being away so long, but you guys know it was necessary. I had to do it. And just briefly, we'll get into all the Amber stuff shortly. If you don't interested, you can come back. Had Mom's memorial on Sunday. A whole bunch of shit went wrong. None of my relatives could show up because there was an insane ice storm in northern Ontario that shut down everything. The roads, gas stations, power lines were down. It was crazy. So none of the relatives could come, which was kind of sad. And then I went to scatter her ashes. And yes, we said hello to you. Everybody said hello to you already. Oh, you know why? It's RioBang. It's Wednesday. I forgot. Let me interact because let me RioBang. Let's RioBang. And then let me find his camera. He's my boy. Right? You'd think that was generous. It's not. He just wants food. So hang on. We'll meet you over there. Here you go. Come here. Come here. Want your food? There you go. All right. All's right in the world. It's Wednesday. Rio's having his Rio mukbang. So there you go. I know it looks sweet, but really that was food motivated. Let's be real. Okay, so I went to scatter Mom's ashes, which, by the way, 0 out of 10 recommend as far as activities to do. Don't recommend doing this. It was like not fun at all. So I had to go find my dad's grave. I didn't. My dad just has a little number marker. Doesn't even have his name on it. She buried him and forgot about him. So I had to go wander around the cemetery looking for the number marker. And we found it, but we found it right beside a headstone that wasn't my dad. So I thought, what the fuck? She wrote down the wrong number. I don't even know where my dad is. And I'm wandering around the freaking cemetery in a hailstorm, I might add, with my stupid dead mother's ashes looking for my father's grave. Please laugh at this. It's sad, but we have to laugh because it was like ridiculous. I'm going, what the fuck? I can't. Where am I going to put her now? I don't know where. I don't know where he is. Where the hell am I going to put her? Like, what the hell, man? So I just found the closest really nice tree and left her there by the tree. What are you going to do? I said, you know what? In her will, her last wishes were to be left as close to her husband as possible. So I thought, all right, bitch, I got you close. I can't get you any closer. I don't know where you left him. So then after that, which was I mean, really, kidding aside, that's a shitty, horrible thing to have to do. It's not. It was horrible. So we leave there, we go pick up all the food and the flowers, and then we go to the community center. And there's nobody there, and the doors are locked. It's still raining and hailing, by the way. 45 minutes we stood in the parking lot waiting for these fuckers to come and open the door. I paid like $500 for the space, and they were an hour late opening the door. Guests were showing up. We hadn't even gotten in yet. All in all, it turned out really well. It was a really nice afternoon. My mother's friends are wonderful people. One little funny thing I'll tell you before we move on is I was talking about, they were asking me stuff, and I said YouTube, and they're talking about the channel. I said narcissism, and the whole room cracked up, and I've never felt more seen in my life. I thought, oh fuck, they all knew. They all knew. And one of them yelled out, I guess you had some experience with that. And I was like, yeah, I had some very intimate knowledge of that particular personality disorder, and the whole room cracked up. It was like, I mean, it was really validating. But, it was really nice to see that these people, they loved my mom. Like, when my mother wasn't 90, she was very funny. Like, so that, they liked working with her. She was funny. So they loved her, but they weren't fooled. They knew. So that was really kind of cool. So all in all, it and then I ate funeral sandwiches for 2 damn days. And now we're done. So I'm telling you, Monday morning I woke up, and I don't know how to describe this. That's not crass, but it felt like Christmas morning in a way. I had a million different emotions too, but there's something really freeing about that. So this weekend was more, it felt like more to deal with emotionally than when she actually passed, because now it's done. It's done. And yeah, she's out of my closet, whoever said that. So, Rio, your bum, please, man. Oh, it's not caving properly. I didn't think you were going to cave over there. I have to fix it for him. 1 second. I didn't think you were going to cave over here. Sorry. Let me move that. Here, you need more material. I thought he was going to spelunk over on the other chair, but I guess he wants to do it there. Andy, we said spelunker at the same time. What else have I got here? Oh, hey, you know what I did do? You love the RioCam Amazon? The RioCam is my phone. I just use my phone for Rio. Wouldn't it be nice? You know what I never think of doing? I have my mom's phone in here. And it's a nice Galaxy or something. This. A Motorola. What is it? I don't know what it is. I'd have to charge it up. It's a really good phone. All I need is Wi-Fi, right? I should be using this as the RioCam, and then I'd have my phone free. All right, that's what we'll do next time. See, he's happier. Now he can spelunk properly. Oh, MTJ is here. Hey, clapping for Chlamydia. Nice to see you. Everybody, Chlamydia's here. No glove, no love. Chlamydia's here. One thing I was doing while I was not making videos was doing merch. Guys, I've made some new merch, and I'd like to share it with you because I'm really proud of it. I went to a new place. I didn't like RedBubble. Hey, Heather. Thank you for the super chat. Heather says, Joan, be dramatic right up until... Seriously. I was like, I can't believe you did. Like, really, it was perfect, right? Thank you for the super chat. RedBubble wasn't that great. I was using RedBubble before, and the prices were a little bit high. Oh, yeah, Ella, I got to get you that link. Well, I'll drop it in the chat right now. The prices were a little bit high, and there were some limitations to designs that I didn't like. Like you could not put a separate design on the back and the front. You could only put the same picture on the back and the front. Like, that's stupid. Why would you do that? So this site gives me a little bit more creative freedom as far as what you can do with your designs. And honestly, I think the prices are a little bit lower. So I can actually make a little bit more profit and still charge less, which is like a win-win. I don't make much money on merch. I make like tops $2 a shirt or whatever. But here's the store. If you no, that's not paste, Merc. Here's the store, but I'll show you here. There. You don't want to lose Rio at any moment. Okay, so here's the store. Here's our product of the week. We're starting off with an I Can't With This Woman t-shirt. And it comes in a whole... My coffee mug is in the way. Oh, my coffee mug is in the way. My coffee mug is in the way. Okay. I Can't With This Woman is our product of the week. I love this one. I'm like art. You know, Amber said that about me. I'm like art, but the kind of art that no one wants to buy. So I thought this picture was kind of fitting. It's kind of cute. Comes in a variety of sizes and colors. This one goes up to 2XL. Some of them go up to 5XL, but you just got to check different items go to different sizes. I like that one. I don't think I bought that one though. We have a Meemaw collection. I thought you guys might enjoy the Meemaw collection. So this mug, of course, is one of them. I like the Meemaw t-shirt though. We have some Hectic. This is the Hectic collection. It's also available on a t-shirt. And the back is the back of the mug says, and the back of the t-shirt also says, "So hectic." And of course, Empath, you know, the Empath mug. I believe that's also available on t-shirts. And this is a travel water bottle with my Rio design on it. I got to do some more Rio stuff. And we're just starting. We'll get some more stuff and we'll clean it up as we go. Here's the other part of the Meemaw collection. Of course, Meemaws need shopping bags. So I had to do a Meemaw shopping bag, right? And a Meemaw t-shirt. This mug that you see here is actually the mug that I got. By the way, guys, I ordered 3 days ago and this showed up today. So it has a little TNA on the back and or front, depending on where you're holding it, and a bigger one on this side. And now we get into some of the t-shirts. You got the Empath t-shirt. We got the Hectic t-shirt, which I wish it wouldn't display on the damn gray. It doesn't look nice on gray. It looks nice on this color. This is vintage white. And it says "So Hectic" on the back. The only baseball cap I've got right now is this distressed one, which I really like the distressed look. So there's that. Here's the Rio shirt. Again, it's nice on white. I think I got it on blue. I don't know if I even got the Rio shirt, but that's the little Rio shirt. Is there any other new? No, and I think that's about it for designs. So that's a start. It's a start. I'm working on stuff, but you know, we'll get there. It is divided up into collections, but I don't know how you can see that. And yeah, by the way, the prices you're seeing are Canadian. So if you're American, it's like 75% of what you're looking at, right? Oh, thank you, Jan. Member for 33 months. Oh my God, Jan. You've been around forever. Thank you so much. Jan says, love the new merch. So yeah, so that's some of the new merch. So I hope you, I would love it if you would pop by the shop. We've already sold some stuff, and I did to put in an order so you can see some of the stuff in person. Oh, there's there's a couple things that I like about it that I didn't show you, but I won't bore you with everything. You can go look yourself. There's a V-necked T-shirt that says "I'm alert." It's a design that I had from before, but on this merchandise, it's embroidered instead of printed, which I think is really nice. The mug, like I said, it showed up in 3 days, and the quality of print is really good. So I have high hopes for this shop. It looks like really good quality at reasonable for merch, reasonable prices. Merch is overpriced to fuck. I think this is the design I made for TNA 2. I kind of like it. It's kind of just, you know, it changes as good as the rest. I don't remember what I ordered. This mug and 3 other. I made a Costa Rican travel design, which I didn't put up because, you know, you guys aren't going to want that. It's kind of more for me and the travel crew. I'll do that when we go away on trips. I'll make merch for our trip, but I bought a bucket hat of that, and I'm going to buy the T-shirt as well. But I'll show you some stuff. Merch lookbook when. You like the So Hectic and the Meemaw? I wasn't sure if people would like the Meemaw one or not. I kind of like it. I kind of liked it. So I flew the design past some of the mods last night, and they were like, "Oh my god, that's good. We like that." So we'll see. Well, like I said, I'll build on it. We'll revise it and clean it up and stuff. There were some things from the old site that I liked too, that I forgot about because the designs are on my old computer, but we'll work it all out. So that's the new merch update. Now, I have a little video from one of our members named Dubs, and Dubs has their own AMBERLYNN channel that doesn't get nearly enough love. The RedBubble link is still up. Oh, I have to change that. Thank you, Jan. I forgot about that. But Fourth Wall partners with YouTube, so when you hit shop on the Narc Alert page, when you hit shop, this stuff is what's going to show up, so it'll take you to the right place. Dubs has a channel that doesn't get nearly enough love. Dubs makes really funny little edits. So I have a really funny one that they've graciously allowed me to show. But I think we'll save it. Ella's dropping the link to their channel. Please go subscribe and show our Dubs some love. But I think I'll save it as a little palate cleanser because it's really funny. And we don't want to start out that with fun and then have to go to a recap and a weigh-in. That's madness. That's madness. Right? I was going to say, where's the cat? But of course he's, you know, under the blanket. Oh, Viden said they just went to this dispensary and I wrote down, Viden, what did you get? Just curious. What did you get? Did you get any flour? What flour did you get? If it's edibles, I don't care. I don't care. Keep your damn edibles. I don't care about your edibles. Zen, a member for 24 months, 2 years. Zen, look at that profile picture. That's awesome. Thanks for hanging around for 2 whole years, Zen. Hey, look, it's past the first of the month, and you know what that means. That means we can go boom and do that. We love that. Love the first of the month. Okay, that's all the notes I have, and now you know what we got here? It says live stream recap. Boom. This is many, many pages long. Queen Mummy Dearest. That's a funny name. Scares us a little bit. A many-page recap now. Don't get scared. I write really big. I'm not a very good... I have terrible handwriting, and I write really large. So, see, the pages aren't scary. They're big notes, right? So... Don't be scared, Ella. It's okay. Look at here. I'll show you this before we start. It's spring, right? It's spring in Canada. It's spring in Toronto. It's a beautiful spring day. Look, that was me earlier today. I was going out to mail something to Miss Tomato Jam. And that was my face while I was doing it, MTJ. Nice, right? Nice day for a white wedding. Look at this. Spring? What? I know, it's funny, right? It's like, fucking snow, man. I got 42 days till hammock time, okay? I'm not into the snow right now. Let me just remove some of these things. I'll save that. That's Rio. That's that. Okay, I think I've cleared everything off here. I have a little video to add to the stage here. Can I run it from here? I can. Okay. Okay. We're going to start with a recap of the live stream. Here we go. AMBERLYNN REID has a members-only live stream on Tuesday nights. And if you don't know, if you're a new member to the channel, you get into the Discord, because there we all meet in front of the Discord. You know, like 15 minutes before the stream starts, and we pile into the cards. A whole bunch of people who volunteer to drive. The Lurts are very generous with their time. We pile into the carpools, and we all just head down the highway to Laney's place, and we all fill up Laney's living room, and we sit down together and we watch the member stream, because Laney is a paid member. You know, we bring snacks. You can drink if you want. You don't have to. It's cool. It's fun. As long as you pack out, which is, it's like going camping. Leave only footprints and take only memories. Like, don't leave your shit there. Laney doesn't want to pick up your bags of chips on Wednesday morning. She has to work. So as long as you're considerate, it's fine. So, someone said it's fun. It is fun. It is fun. Fun. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm way ahead. Oh my God. This can't be last week. This is last week. Okay, here we go. Live stream recap. The recap. It's funny because she said that too, but that's another story. This is the face that met us. She was so happy to be there. It was great. She started out by making this weird goat sound. I don't know what that was about. Thankfully, that went away. If you were there, you'll know. It was like a lot of like, hey, hey. I don't know what the hell this goat noise was she was doing. Also, bear with me, because I am often stoned when I watch Amber, and I'm making notes, and then I'm reading them the next day. So some of them, they don't make sense to me all the time. Coco Loco said that was insane. So you picked up on the goat sounds too? Oh, Polly thought it was more like a dolphin. Okay, you guys all noticed it too. Excellent. Okay. And then, of course, she goes through saying hello to everybody by name. Hello, Mr. Neo Moon. Hello, Andy. Hello, Coco Loco. Oh, Fluffy. Hi. Miss Tomato Jam. Hi. Jack Wonderflan. Like, romper, stomper, bumper, boo. And then she talked about how cute she looked for a little while. Oh, I look cute? Oh, my God. Stop. Stop. Do I look cute? Stop. Then the chat started asking her, hey, Amber, what's the plan for tonight's members-only live stream? What do you got for us tonight? What's the plan? And she says, oh, well, it's just like hanging out. It's very FaceTime coded. Hangout. We're just going to hang out. You can ask me questions for an hour, and then we're going to pull oracle cards, which we all knew she was going to do again, because she got some engagement last week, right? She actually got engagement with her crowd. They all wanted her to do a reading. Why? Just go buy a deck and pull it. It means nothing. Even if you did believe that these things are real and have real power from the universe, it's not from her pulling the cards. Let's get it straight. Heather says Merc's notes must be blank pages. They are not. I have got notes, baby. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're talking both sides. Go skeleton key that, Heather. So no plan, just oracle cards. What does this say? Names. Oh, so basically the first like 40 minutes was just rapid fire her reading questions from the chat and answering them. Because we don't really know enough about Amber. Inquiring minds needs to know more things about AMBERLYNN REID. So somebody said they're having a baby boy and they wanted her to suggest names for a boy. And she said, well, if she was going to have a boy, of course she would call her boy. What do you think? Romeo. Romeo. Oh my God. It's so romantic. It's so romantic. Ripley, thank you for your 18-month member chat. Ripley says, wait, I get it. 420 is the maple syrup number. That Ripley, he's as quick as molasses. Her second choice for a boy's name would be Aiden. And oh my God, she just about Peter Pants because what's her name? The cup girl, Kendra. Is it the same Kendra? I don't know, but there's a Kendra in her chat right now who's quite supportive. And Kendra typed Aiden at the same time as Ember said Aiden. Oh my God. Oh my God, she got goosebumps. It was a really special moment. You missed it if you weren't there. Someone asked her if she's ever going to go back on keto again. She says no, and then she goes, actually, keto isn't really good for you. You can't really do keto. It's not good for you. And I know that there's a few of us who went right up on our hind feet about that. And then she giggled and said, but I'm 500 pounds. Who's going to listen to me? Polly, I took a picture of that. Polly says, I was shopping for maple syrup and the brands. There's an Amber without the E. It's AMBR. I know. I took a picture of it once and I posted it in the Discord and somebody thought it was her merch. I said, no, Amber's not doing fucking weed for merch. There's a Canadian licensed provider that's name is AMBR, and they get big promo in the stores everywhere. Every time I see it, I go, no, that's just not right. They were asking her about her water consumption. She's no, I won't tell you that. You have to wait to see of course, the Weigh-In Wednesday video, which we've seen. Then she's gonna, we're on the edge of our seat waiting to find out how much water this 34-year-old woman drank. And I know some of you, it was hard to wait till today, but you made it. They kept asking her to drink or if she was drinking, and she kept saying no, she wasn't drinking. And then she referred back to the 12 White Claws she bought, which in the vlog she was going, was it 24 or 12? It was 12. It was 24. It was 12. It was 24. Now it's 12 again. So she had 12 White Claw, but she didn't have any tonight. She wasn't going to drink tonight because they're 100 calories, guys. Let's be real. 100 calories. She can't drink that. Oh, it's really like this one. Somebody asked her, have you ever read the Bible? Have you ever read the Bible, Amber? She reads all the time. Can we fix this? Is bugging me a little too. The centering isn't making me happy. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, look at better. Thank you. Have you ever read the Bible, Amber? She said, I have. I tried. But, honest, this is a quote. This is a fucking quote. I'm not even religious, and I found this offensive. I tried, but, it just doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit. Couldn't finish the Bible. Doesn't hit. No hit there. I'm sorry. The Bible doesn't hit. I don't know what that means. So jealous of someone moving. Oh yeah, someone mentioned that they're moving in with their partner, and she was really I guess I'm a bitter Betty. And she's like really jealous about somebody moving in with their partner. So, Miss, I'm never going to date again. I'm so happy being single is really, really fucking miserable. I'm telling you. It came up again and again in this live stream. This girl is fucking miserable being single. And the way she talks, people are speculating Emily's still there. Emily's not there. And I'm telling you, from the way she talks and her demeanor, I don't even think she's got anybody in the DMs right now. She's feeling very alone. That's my personal opinion. Somebody says, "Would you date a femme?" And she says no, but then she quickly follows up with how she's never dating again anyway. Someone picks on her balding hair, mentions her hair balding, and she goes, yeah, it's thinning due to menopause, hater." So, okay. And of course, we had to talk a little bit about BPD. I didn't know books got violent. It just didn't hit. The Bible, it just didn't hit with her. Thank you for the super chat, Penelope. BPD. She talks about how she's very misunderstood because, guys, people with BPD, not only are they understood, she said, because people, you and I, simpletons, Philistines, we don't understand BPD like she does. Regular people don't understand BPD, and because of that, people with BPD, I'm sorry, Neo, I forgot. She's got the bippity. Fluffy reminded me too. People with bippity are villainized, guys. We villainize them. Us small-minded simpletons, we villainize people with BPD, and it's because she explained it, though, so it all made sense. When she's finished, and of course it all made sense. It's because it's too complicated for us to understand. The bippity is too complicated for us simple-minded fools, and because of that, we villainize them. We really got to smarten up. We're terrible. I mean, that's not right. It's not right. I can't believe she said that. Oh, idiot. It is pissing rain outside. Then we got into a little Uncle Bumpy chat. It's Uncle Bumpy time. It's Uncle Bumpy time. I can't help it, and this is probably really horrible and slaggy. But every time I hear Uncle Bumpy, all I think is he was stepdad's coke dealer. I don't know. Friend of Dad's who comes around the trailer every once in a while, and they call him Uncle Bumpy. I can't get that out of my head. I'm probably really wrong. I'm just speculating. It's a stupid story I made up, but that's what I hear. That's what I picture every time I hear Uncle Bumpy. That's who Uncle Bumpy is to me. But she said Uncle Bumpy's actually quite like Santa Claus. He's a very Santa-like figure with a long white beard and long white hair. And I thought, oh, like an old biker kind of Uncle Bumpy. That's what I'm sorry. Not that all bikers are like that, but that particular type of biker. I know, it's terrible, but I can't. The name Bumpy just... that's what I think of. I don't know. I was alive in the 80s. So she goes on quite a bit about Uncle Bumpy. She quite liked Bump. The Bumpster was a good guy. The Bumpster was good. And then she goes on that apparently she thought there might be a rarity spotting. She said somebody was sending her videos of a cat that looked like Rarity, and she really thought this cat looked like Rarity, but they were black and white videos, so she couldn't tell. And then they finally, on the live stream, she received a new video that was, I guess, a colored version, and she was quite upset because it was a black cat, and Rarity was gray. So it was the same markings, but different colored fur, and she didn't see that till she got the second video to confirm it. So no, it wasn't Rarity. Funny that happened right in the middle of her live stream, though. I was like, wow, that's a wild coincidence that happened then. And then I just wrote down crying. She's sensitive. I don't know what that means, but take that for what it means. I guess she started crying because she's so sensitive. Oh, it might have been about Rarity. Food addictions are harder than drug addictions, she said, because with drugs you can, quite frankly, just say no. You can't just say no to food. You have to eat food every day. So that makes food addiction way harder than drug addiction any day of the week. And her mom agrees. So we have a little narcissistic triangulation there. Can you imagine? Yeah, she said that. Her mom's a drug addict, by the way. A recovering, successfully recovering drug addict. And that's what Amber says. Someone asked her about Overeaters Anonymous, and she says, oh, yeah, I did that. It just wasn't for me. Now, if some of you know the lore, it was before my time, but I do recall that Amber talked about going to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting once. And she pulled up somehow and got out in the parking lot, and then there was a building, and she couldn't figure out how to get in the building or find the room or something. So she went home. So she never did Overeaters Anonymous. She just went, in the general galaxy, the vicinity of an overeater, a meeting. Like she was in the same neighborhood that there was a meeting taking place, but much like the Bible, didn't hit for her. Just didn't hit for her. So yeah, Amber, we remember. Some of us remember. I know some reaction channels don't know all the lore, but some of us do, and some of us have mods that know even more. You can't fool us. No gaslighting here, my friend. Oh, it wasn't for her. She couldn't find her way into the fucking room. Stupid idiot. She talks about being addicted to bingo and then takes it back. I'm not addicted. No, I'm not addicted. I don't mean addicted. Oh, now everybody's going to say I'm addicted to gambling. I think you are, quite frankly. And she mentions that she goes to bingo for 7 hours at a time. What? When she goes to bingo, she goes for 7 hours. Is that normal, guys? Anybody go to bingo? Is 7 hours normal? I feel like 2 hours is probably what you do, right? I don't know. 7 hours. That's like 2 meals. Ella, good point. Look at what Ella said. Bingo for 7 hours, but she can't focus on a YouTube video for 5 minutes. 400 tabs open. Stupid. She's such a stupid. 7 hours. I mean, aside from sleep, I don't want to do... there's not much I want to do for 7 hours aside from sleep. Okay, to be fair, we've definitely binge-watched shows for 7 hours. We have problems. I go out. I've been out every day this week, outside, in the fresh air. Oh, somebody asked her about how come when she cries, there's no tears. Stay safe, Coco. What's Coco doing? Oh, is there a storm again? Oh, no. Coco, be safe. Hold on to the puppy face. Some of you guys are just getting hammered with weather the last couple of weeks. Oh, I said that so Canadian, didn't I? Hammered. You're getting hammered, eh? For sure. Fuck for sure. You're getting hammered, eh? They asked her why that she doesn't cry, why there's no tears when she's sad. And she literally said, guys, she can't regulate her emotions because she's got BPD, but she controls her tears. She said she controls her tears. So, all those times when people are accusing her of fake crying, she's not fake crying. She's really crying, but she's just controlling her tears. Now I get it. It all makes sense now. Yes, she's done group therapy. Yeah. She's made so many friends at bingo, you guys. She's so popular at bingo. She's made so many friends. And she goes on to tell people how stressful YouTube is as a job. I'd like to agree to disagree. There are stresses involved with YouTube. Absolutely. Is it anywhere close to a real job? Absolutely not. It's absolutely insulting to those of you who have to get up every day and go to fucking jobs that you hate or even that you don't like. And that is 1,000 times more stressful, I guarantee you, than being on YouTube. She's so special. I worked my whole life. I used to get up at 4:30 in the fucking morning and work with people I hated, doing jobs that were horrible for not enough money. And many of you are in the same position, and I feel for you. Doing YouTube is a fucking gift, okay? It's a fucking, I can't think of the word. She should be more gracious, that's all. And then she screeches at the dog for a while. I can't even make a noise that, she makes sounds that only dogs can hear when she's talking to Twinkie. And then somebody gets mad at her. It doesn't get mad at her. Somebody makes a comment about how she's only just talking about herself all the time. Oh, I forgot to make the pictures go forward. She's only talking about herself all the time, right? She's like really surprised. What? No, oh my God. After I just finished asking somebody how they were? Are you kidding me? I talk about other people all the time, she says. And I'm like, really? I guess we missed. I guess maybe that's when the wind comes and blows the camera offline or something, because I don't remember that. Then she makes her, I gotta say, it's shady, but it's funny. And if it was me, I would laugh too. She refers to salty crap. She calls salty crab salty crap. Now, honestly, I'm sure crab is cool. That's not the kind of thing that's going to hurt her feelings. And I thought it was kind of funny of Amber. Amber throwing shade is kind of funny. Bye, Diana. Check on those minions. Make sure they're not into any trouble. So I'm sure Crab isn't going to be hurt by it or anything. And I just thought it was kind of funny. Because the way she did it was very good. She just said it really quickly. She didn't make a big deal out of it. She just kept things moving. It was good. It was good. Now, she, of course, wrecked it because she had to say it like 3 more times and then call attention to it. But if she just would have said it once, I would have thought, that's some good shade, Amber. That's some next level shit. Just letting that slip through quietly. What's Andy doing? Is it a birthday or something? Andy got a job. Oh my God, you must be so relieved. Congratulations, Andy. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Thank you, Ella. Oh God, you feel so fucking hopeless when you get to like 6 months. You think, God, I'm never going to find it. I'm literally never going to find, I must be unhireable. You're not. You'll get there. Salty crap, she does that thing. Then she fast food chat for a while. I don't know. I zoned out. Then she starts getting very upset about people asking about Tommy. I call her Emily. Amber calls her Tommy. And she says she's going to start issuing timeouts if people don't stop asking her. Then she gets excited to show some nail picture, and they make a joke about her fat fingers, and she gets all upset about that. I wrote down lesbian joke, and that's all I wrote down was lesbian joke, so I have no idea what that means. I don't know if anybody, if you remember a particularly weird or stupid or funny, I don't know, lesbian joke. That's all my note says. Good notes, Merc. Then she had to stop because listen, guys, she was very concerned about the weather because, when you sit down on the couch, it was about the fingers, Ella. It was about, I can't remember. It was a joke about fat fingers, though. You're right, Ella, you're right. Am I right? Oh, yeah. As a woman who's sitting at home on her couch all the time, it's really important to keep very close tabs on the weather. So she had to stop her live stream for 5 minutes to pull out her phone to check the wind speed because she was very concerned about the winds. And I thought, girl, you don't go out. You really don't need to check the weather in the middle of your live stream at 10:30 at night. You're not going out. Check later. It'll be fine. But no, she had to do that. She said she'd date a bisexual, but she won't because she's never going to date again. Somebody asked her if she's excited about the new Switch release, so of course she has to pretend that she's a gamer girl. Oh my god, I didn't like she pretend she's excited about the Switch, and then she talks about a PlayStation or an Xbox or something. I hate it when she pretends she's a gamer. Like, Amber, just because you do play some games, that doesn't make you a gamer, all right? We all play games. That doesn't mean we're gamers. You're not a gamer, so stop. Like, she always pretends she's excited about new drops in games and controllers and consoles. But, like, if you were really into gaming, wouldn't you already know that was dropping tomorrow? She has no fucking clue. Penelope remembered the joke. It was bad. It was a bad lesbian joke. Oh, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Penelope. If you need to know, you're going to make me say it. What do you call a lesbian? What do you call a lesbian with fat fingers? Well hung. That was the lesbian jokes. I knew you guys would remember. Thank you, Penelope. Somebody tells her something about, I don't know why, something about, they criticize her for sitting at home all day. Like something about, what do you care? You're sitting at home all day anyway, doing nothing. And she got really condescending. It was quick, but it just ticked me right off the way she said it. She got really condescending. And she goes, oh, it's so cute that you think I just sit at home all day. It's so cute that you think that. And then, come here. Come here, Amber. Call Honey Buns cute again. Anyway, so I thought, oh, you're so condescending. You do sit at home all the day. Or else you're sitting at playing bingo for 7 hours. She got all excited because she said she thought her mayonnaise ramen, people weren't going to like it. But surprisingly, she said they're like it's very, I guess, regular mayonnaise in ramen is very, very common in many, many cultures. And I thought, you are such a fucking idiot. Somebody told you about the Japanese ramen with the specialized Japanese mayo, which is probably more like an aioli, actually. But she just thinks that that's mayo. Like, that's the same as what she did. It's not, Amber. It's not. Trust, it's not. She goes back to this thing she did last week where she sings while she blocks people. Paid members, I might add. I've had enough of you. I'm going to block you now. Like, just like fucking so. They asked her how much soda she drank. She says she only drinks it. Well, now she's only drinking water, of course. But when she drank soda, she only drank 4 a day. And that just made me thirsty. Not a sponsor. Takes a long time, you guys. You're just sitting there listening to me yap and yap. Let's change the picture. Because you know what's coming up next. Sorry if I'm swallowing into the mic. They keep asking her to drink. And she says no, but maybe next week. They keep asking her about Emily. And she's getting really upset about Emily questions. And she says, no, they are not together. We would absolutely faint if we saw her journal entries. We'd faint. And she says, if anybody mentions Tommy one more time, they're getting timeouts. So, of course, the chat became a lot of people asking Tommy questions, super chatting Tommy. And then, of course, you know what time it is. It's this time. I think it felt like she was just killing time to get to when she could pull oracle cards, because that's fun for her, because I'm telling you, she feels like an authority because people are in the chat asking her, please read me, Amber. Please read cards for me, Amber. So she feels like some kind of authority because she knows how to pull a card and then find the card in the book and read out a description. But it's not that, guys. You don't understand. It's the universe speaking to her through oracle cards purchased on Amazon. Amber. Like, seriously, I've told you guys before, I don't believe in any of this stuff. For me, it's fun. I've had my cards read before. It's fun. I enjoy it. I don't believe in it. I'm not living by it. If it works for you, power to you. That's great. But I think also, if you do believe in this shit, she makes it even worse because she doesn't know what she's doing. She's making a bigger mockery of it than someone like me who doesn't believe in it but still enjoys a reading, right? She's ridiculous. So that went on for quite a while. Now, I got to be honest with you. I have no clue what she said because I turned her volume down and I put on a Nine Inch Nails concert on my other monitor. And I watched Nine Inch Nails Lollapalooza. I mean, Nine Inch Nails at Woodstock. It was fantastic. So I don't know what she was talking about during the Oracle card section because I didn't listen. Sorry. Then she thinks the next exciting thing she's going to do, she says, oh, she's going to get out her journals. Let's read my journal on a live stream. What a fantastic idea that is. Don't you guys think so? Do you agree? Don't you think reading somebody's personal journal? She also wanted to do the live stream. When she did the Oracle card, she wanted to do a love reading for herself. And everybody was saying to her, but I thought you were going to be single for the rest of your life. Why do you care? Why do you care? And she was really bitter about doing love readings for people. She did a love reading for herself. I don't know what she said. Again, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. I can't with the Oracle cards. I mean, if she was someone who knew what she was actually friggin' doing, maybe I'd listen, but... And now it's time for a journal. She's going to pull out an old journal. She said, I'll pull out an old journal because then it's inconsequential. I mean, she didn't use the term inconsequential. That's too many syllables for her. It won't be as important. The information won't be important because it's so old. So she pulls out her journal. Here's a few things she read from her journal for us. First thing she read was something about a FaceTime story. And she said this girl told her that she was really ready to meet in person, and Amber was scared. That's the first journal entry. And I'm going, okay, well, that's obviously Jade, right? Now, she's claiming this journal is so old. I don't think it was, but then she said this mystery girl was going to send her a gift, and Amber said, oh, no, you don't have to send a gift. And then later on, the girl said she was horny. The next journal entry, I don't remember the details, but it did go on and on about how loving she was. So she writes in her home journal about how loving she is. And then she went on for quite a bit about she doesn't understand why everybody she befriends forms crushes on her. This is the shit she writes in her journal. Everyone I meet falls in love with me, you guys. It's really weird. It's really weird. Next journal entry she wrote, I got high and ate a bunch of shit. She went into details about, I got high and I ate pretzels with peanut butter. And then she, oh my God, I'm so crazy. That's lunatic behavior. Can you imagine getting high and then having the munchies? Nobody's ever done that before. Amber, you are so quirky. A fucking idiot. Oh, this was a good one too. This was quite a long journal entry where she talks about how she stood for an hour while her girlfriend cooked. So again, we know this was all Jade. All these things were Jade. But she went into quite a bit of detail about how much improvement she's made and how she was standing and how it was an hour and how her stamina and blah-de-dee-bah-de-dee-bah-de-dee-bah. She stood for a whole hour while somebody cooked for her, you guys. That's incredible. And then more of Everyone Wants Me. She went on again about how there was more people that just want her. All of, you meet her, you want her. That's why today we listened to I Want You. The song before the rage stream today was the Beatles' I Want You. She's so heavy. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Then she starts to talk about Dakota. Dakota, in case you don't know, is Beck's fiance. Now, I don't know anything about Dakota. The only thing I do know about Dakota is apparently Dakota is, or was, quite an active member of the AMBERLYNN hater community. And, like, on Reddit and stuff. That's all I know. It's hearsay. I don't know anything about it. That's all I know. She says, Dakota lied. And then she trails off and starts talking about something else completely. And I'm going, what did Dakota lie about? So she didn't finish her thought. And then she gets on her phone for a while. And she reads her phone for a while. Like, I can't imagine. I think she's literally just Googling stuff and reading Google results. Like, she's not texting with people. It's weird. I don't know what the hell. Why she needs to deal with her phone at all during a live stream is a mystery to me. Then she starts thinking about her own journals again for a while. Heather, thank you for another super chat. Heather says, gotta go and educate the next generation. Might buy merch later. Thank you so much, Heather. Have fun. Heather, go teach them all the wrong words for things today. Like, instead of toilet, tell them that's called a banana patch. Just see, it'll be fun. I promise. She reads her phone for a while. Then she gets very excited because she says, can you imagine if I published my journals? Oh my God, it would be so hectic. Publish your journals? What the fuck for? Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to do that, Amber. She says, oh my God, I'd have to change so much of it. I would definitely get sued. Well, somebody'd have to read it first, Amber. Really? You really think? Well, she said, well, because I've now finished. Well, I have completed 15 full journal books. Big fucking deal. Look at the shit you write about. How everybody wants me. Oh my God. And then she says, oh, Dakota. Oh, never mind. And then she brings up Beck. Then she starts getting real heated about the Beck saying I doubted that she had cancer. Now, I know Beck, came back with a retraction and apologized and all that, but I kind of think that was I gotta hate it when they make me agree with Amber, but I think that was pretty shady. I mean, I think what Beck more or less said was, geez, hearing all this stuff now is even kind of making me doubt it. Now, that's a shitty thing to say. I mean, she lived through it with her. She was in the surgery. She was in the appointment where she heard about it. Like, because some guy reaction channels say it's not true, you're going to start to doubt what you lived through? I find that weird. But to Beck's credit, they published a retraction and they apologized and they cleaned it up afterwards. Now, here's the weird thing is, though, somebody asked Amber, did she read Beck's community post before she posted that live stream? And she said she did. She said she did. She said she didn't give a shit about that retraction. She's just, so, there's two sides to. I don't think Beck was right in what she did, but I think Amber is more wrong in her response to it. If you get that, and Beck did try and clean up her mess, so you got to give them credit for that. I just don't get why they said it in the first place. It was kind of weird. But whatever. What's done is done, and they cleaned up their mess. So what more? You can't ask more from a human than to do that, I guess. But it's clearly pissed. Amber is really pissed off about it. She's pissed off. She says Dakota lied. Oh, so then she finally says, okay, fine, I'll talk about Dakota because I don't care. Because now she's all amped up about the cancer story and she's all pissed off at Beck. So now she's going to talk about Dakota. She says, Dakota lied to get money from people on Reddit. I don't know what that means, but that's what she said. And then she's talk about creepy. She said she met Beck on a dating app, but she changed her location so she could show up in Beck's area or whatever. And oh my god, it's giving weird. It's giving weird. No, Amber, you're giving. Oh, this is the part where it was have fun with that. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. She said it like 6 fucking times. It was ridiculous. Have fun with that. Just have fun with it. Okay, it's giving weird. She's so fucking jealous. She is so jealous. Then she says she has someone says she has moles, and she goes, well, yeah, I do. I've got 2. And then they go, no, people that tell you information. Oh, yeah, I've got people that tell me information. She says she gets so many people telling her so much information, she has to ask them to please stop telling her all the tea all the time, because she knows everything. And then she starts going on and on. We're almost at the end here. We're getting there. She goes on and on and on about the cancer. On and on and on about the cancer and Beck and the cancer. She pulls out her fucking screenshots again. Like, please, shut the fuck up about your cancer. I'm really sorry that you had cancer. I'm really glad that you survived it relatively unscathed. Now, please, shut the fuck up about it. Am I wrong? She says, the screenshot is difficult because, of course, us simpletons don't understand medical jargon, so she will dumb it down for us. So she pulls out the screenshot and reads it out for us, and of course doesn't dumb it down. She just reads what's written there, but on, and fucking on. And then when you think she's done, she goes on and on some more about the fucking cancer. Amber, shut up about it. The chat was begging her to move on, to shut up and move on. The chat. Her paid members were asking her to please talk about something else. Can you stop talking about this? And she said she shouldn't have to stop. She will not be silenced. Like, her fucking paid members are saying, this isn't really what we pay for. Like, you're raving at Beck. Can you just move on now? And then she starts sniffling because, of course, she can control the tears. So you're not going to see that. She's in control of that. She starts sniffling, and then we get this, right? Then we get a lot of this. Reading the chat and sniffling because she's feeling sorry for herself and she's trying to figure her way out of it. And then she accuses everybody of having nobody has any critical thinking. And it's crazy. There's no critical thinking. And there's just no critical thinking. And then she went on again about Beck. I wrote more Beck sucks for doubting her. And then she went on about, imagine if she did that, she'd get canceled, and on, and it's not fair, and on, and nobody knows Beck, but she knows Beck. Nobody knows really the real Beck, but she knows the real Beck. And Beck is just lying for clout. She goes on and on about her CT scans. She says she used to go for 2 a year. Now she goes for 1 a year, and this is her 5 years. And she's been in remission for 5 years. She went on and on and on and on and on. And then I found this interesting because I thought, well, isn't this exactly what Beck just claimed and you got so mad at Beck for? She says she's so gaslit by what people say that sometimes she doubts things. And she has to go back and check her medical records to make sure that she actually went for the CAT scans. And I thought, well, isn't that exactly what Beck just said? Isn't that exactly what Beck just said? It is. It is. So, and first of all, really? Really? Do you put that much stock into strangers on the internet's voice that you doubt your own experience? Then you got a problem, Amber. And yeah, that is exactly what Beck just said. Sometimes I feel so there's so much information it makes me even doubt it. I don't think she meant it very seriously. But I mean, it was a weird thing to say, but I don't think she meant it in the way that Amber took it either. But it was really weird. And here we get to the end. This is when it got really good. So she's still, as we know, she's still on and on and on about cancer. Someone in the chat, one of her paid members, said, AMBERLYNN, Andy, I know I'm trying. I get it right most of the time. I'm trying not to make a big issue out of it. I'll correct it. That's all. It's a non-issue. It's just a word slip, right? But do correct me. I'm not saying don't correct me every time, but I'm just saying I don't call a lot. I'm trying not to call attention to it. Let's just learn it and go with it, right? Someone in her chat, some poor paid fucking member of her chat said, AMBERLYNN, can you please stop talking about cancer so much? I'm finding it really triggering. This cunt went off on this poor person. When I heard her read that comment, I thought, this poor person in the chat has some kind of personal connection with cancer. And hearing this talk ad nauseum is getting upsetting for them. Amber heard that and took it as a personal insult. She took it as a personal insult. She got furious and she said to that person, well, that's a fucking wild take. A wild take? Amber, you fucking cunt. What if that person just found out this morning they got diagnosed with cancer? What the fuck is wrong with you? You are the most selfish, vile, rude human being, and people are paying you $10 a month to listen to you talk to them like this. It's disgusting. And then she's like, I'm going to leave then. I'm just going to leave. Because people were like, whoa. No, the woman was not being challenging at all. She was calmly asking Amber, please stop talking about cancer. And you don't know. Maybe the woman's partner just died, or she was just diagnosed, or it's the anniversary of her month. You don't know. Cancer touches so fucking many people's lives. Amber, you're not the only unique fucking special individual who's ever had to deal with cancer. And I'm guessing there's cancer survivors that would be pissed off because you had it so fucking easy and you wear it like a crown of pity all the time. There's people who have dealt with cancer that have had a lot harder times than Amber did. Not that I wish anybody should have a harder time, and it doesn't discredit her experience because she didn't have a hard time. All I'm saying is let's have some perspective on this, Amber. Other people are affected by it too. It was disgusting. Disgusting. She was so fucking mad. She was furious, and she couldn't figure out what to say because she knew that they didn't agree with her, but she wasn't backing down on that. And then she went off on Beck again and said, oh, they only like Beck because of her. And then she said, somebody said maybe, and then she just pouted for a while and started texting some more. And then somebody in the chat said, maybe you should call it an early night and go practice some self-care. Now, remember, too, she's watching the fucking clock. She's watching the clock. Like, she knew right at 1 hour she was going to read Oracle. And at 1 hour, she stopped questions and read the Oracle stuff. And then she was watching she kept saying, well, I've got 5 minutes left. I've got 5 minutes left. And I've got 5 minutes left. And then someone said, why don't you just leave early? Go do some self-care. And she said, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Sorry, bye. And she left. And that face that I'm trying to pause on, that was the face that said goodbye to us last night. And that draws to a close. Oh, no, I wrote she trashes Dakota some more, and then she gets mad and leaves 3 minutes early. So that was the face. I don't know how she can go on a CT scan, but apparently she does. She's been in 2. I find it interesting, too, that she's been in 2 CT scans a year, and she never vlogged it or mentioned it, but okay. Okay. Disgusting. Hey, Willard, welcome. Willard is alert now. So yeah, the first hour was boring, and the second hour was kind of disgusting. I don't know how long she's going to keep doing these. What's the fucking point? You're just rude and insulting. You're blocking and timing out all your paid members. She got into it with that, there's that Window. There's somebody named Window, and then that she had Door or something last time. Window seems to be a supporter, but they're kind of funny. Like they say, kind of, they're funny. Amber was really rude with Window last night. I don't know why. Like, she's just horrible to people who are paying for her indulgences, She likes to go flash all the shit she buys. Talk about how I could pay for air conditioning for everybody in the chat. Yeah, you know why? Because they're paying you. Which means they can afford to pay for their own air conditioning and pay you. So you're not better than anybody. So that was that. That's exhausting. These things are exhausting. 2 hours. At least it wasn't 3 hours. I'd love to know how many people canceled. She still claims that she's got 600 paid members. I find that very hard to believe. She said she's got 600 paid members. And last night she was really excited. She mentioned more than once that there was more people there than had ever been there before. Now, again, we cannot tell how many people are actually watching the stream. All we can tell is people who are actively chatting. And generally, so far, her active chatters number between 30 and 40. I think that last night when we checked at one of the peak times, it looked like she could have maybe 60 or 70 in there chatting. But I find it hard to believe that there's 600 people that pay $10 a month and then just sit silently and don't chat. Like, there are recaps of the stream everywhere. I'm sure it's usually up on Reddit the next day. You don't need to pay for it. If you pay, I would imagine it's because you want to be an engaged member of the community and chat. But I don't know. We can't tell any of this. Crystal says she won't have subscribers for long if she keeps being rude to members. Well, yeah, you'd think not. But she did have more chatters last night than she's ever had. And I'm telling you, she was pretty damn boring last night. I gotta tell you, she was boring last night. It's weird. It's very weird. Jasmine says she said her streams would be a safe space for her and her supporters, and like everything else, she exclusively focuses on the people who hate her and yell at her supporters for wanting to be seen. Oh my God, Jasmine, you hit the nail right on the head. Perfectly put, my friend. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. All right, well, let's move on to today's exciting upload, which is the Wednesday weigh-in. Let's remove this mug. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I have a discount code right now on the merch. I'll probably keep it up for 2 weeks. Let me find out what it is, and then I'll tell you. And then if you want to use it, you can use it and have a discounted version of merchandise. I don't remember what I called it. Oh, it's called New Shop. So at checkout, if you type New Shop, one word, into the coupon code area, right now that's going to give you 25% off your whole order. So stop by the merch shop. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back. Back again. Shady's back. She said salty crap 3 times. It's too bad. Like, if she would have left it at once, it would have been really funny and subtle. But no, she can't. She didn't get enough ass pats for it, so she had to say it again and again and again until somebody mentioned it. Yes, Jack, now we're going to go to Recap World. No, now we're going to go to React World, where we're going to react to AMBERLYNN's latest video entitled, I've Got Bad News. Weigh in, episode 2. And I turned off my Bluetooth and I can't figure out where it is to turn it back on, so I have to use these headphones. Oh, Coco's okay. Coco. Woohoo! Coco, we're glad it passed by you. I don't have water, but I have coconut water. I have Roar. Jace said it's okay. Don't come for me. I know where it is, Lainey. I just, honestly, I noticed it, like, when the countdown was on, and I just didn't have time to go back and find it. I know, that's what I usually do. I usually just search for it, because I can never just find it. But anyway. Yeah, Jace has approved this. And of course, I like this is my favorite. It's also Mr. Snork's favorite. Cucumber watermelon. Cucumber watermelon. All right, let's make sure her volume is up and her settings, her quality is probably down. Perfect. Not My Tail says jump scare. Warning, I got a baby goat that I'm bottle feeding, and I think she's... No. You haven't. No. Oh my god. Not My Tail. You have to get in the Discord and post pictures of the goat. We love goats. Baby goat. Oh my god, it's so cute. All right, Amber, go.
Video. So this one.
It's here. Let's go right back to the beginning. Yeah, all right. I would like to say right off the bat, this shirt's fugly. This shirt reminds me of something that I would have wore in like grade 8, which would have been like 1976 or 77 or something, like old. That's what it reminds me of.
Hello. Welcome to a new weigh-in video. So this weigh-in video is going to be very different than the usual because I also have very, very bad news. So it took me a while to like really process this, but like I don't want to lose weight.
Oh, right.
I don't want to be a YouTuber. Thankfully, I have a job lined up, so we're good. Like I did the interview. It was hecticana. I was so nervous, but I did get the job. I started yesterday. It was okay. It was different. Like having to take an Uber to work every day is definitely going to suck, but that's okay. And it was an Uber XL.
Let's turn this up, speed this up a little bit. It's so fun. It's so funny. Okay, in case you haven't clued in yet, she's filming this video on April 1st.
So I won't be suing Uber because the person was like, hop right in. They didn't seem to judge me. So there's no suing Uber over here. And it's like, now that I know that there's Uber XLs, it's like, I don't need to lose weight. Like I have a job that I get to go to every single day. I get to be myself. I don't have to count calories or points or worry. I can just be me and just live the rest of my life off the internet. And I'm deleting all my social medias. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm deleting TikTok. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be different. And I'm going to go in seclusion. And the only people that I'm going to talk to are the people that I either meet at my job or my mom. And I'm just done with it all. You guys. I'm joking.
Did you catch that comedic timing? The timing. It's incredible. She's like a master of comedy. Like she didn't even... Like I know nobody believed it, but she didn't even finish the sentence and pause and let it hang for a minute. She literally didn't take a breath before she said, no, I'm just joking. Oh my God. God, girl. No sense of fucking comedic timing at all.
April Fool's. Today is April 1st for me. I don't know if I've ever done an April Fool's joke on YouTube before. I mean, for you guys, it's the second. because that's when this video is going to go up. But I mean,
Yeah,
some of you might
so
watch it on the
funny,
3rd or 4th or
Amber.
5th, and you're going to be so confused. Today's April 1st. That was an April Fool's joke. I am joking. I am not leaving YouTube. I am here to lose weight. I am here to entertain you all. Oh my God, April Fools. I hope I didn't scare anybody. Holy. So please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me.
Were you scared? Were you scared? I was really scared for a minute there. I thought Amber was leaving YouTube. I was really scared. Were you scared?
So let's get into this video. I just want to start off by saying the no diet is out the door. This is a huge reset. And
Gina, were you scared? Don't be scared. It's not serious. It's a joke. It's okay. It's going to be okay. She's not leaving YouTube.
we're completely starting over. So before I get into my 5 questions, I do want to say something that happened in my last weigh-in video when I was talking about how semaglutide is not FDA approved. People were like, AMBERLYNN, semaglutide is Ozempic. So yes, duh. I'm fully aware of that. I have mentioned that ad nauseum in past videos while taking semaglutide. But what I am talking about is compounded semaglutide. That is not FDA approved. That is actually the opposite of it.
I knew it was a joke as soon as she said, I went to an interview and got the job. Like, come on. She's not hireable. She's literally unhireable. What would she be hired for? Really, what could she do? She can't do anything. She literally is an unhireable person. I'm guessing there's people who live on the street that are actually more qualified and hireable than this woman is. Think about that for a minute.
FDA approved. The FDA is actually like, you guys need to be aware because some of this is very unsafe. So I'm sorry I didn't say compounded semaglutide in my last weigh-in, but I thought everyone knew what I was talking about because I've only ever taken compounded semaglutide. When I sit here and I say that I'm taking semaglutide, it's because it's compounded. All right, let's get into the 5 questions. Do you still spend $3,000 on takeout like you used to? No, I don't, because I am now a single girly. That's just me. So when I was spending $3,000 on takeout, it was also because I was in a relationship with Beck. We both would have takeout multiple times a day. So I was also spending money on takeout for them. So now it's like cut in half. So now, yeah, I probably spend over $1,000 on takeout a month. I do, but with my goal to actually have less.
She spends on takeout what I spend in rent. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Over $1,000. Let's say $1,200. That's $300 a week. Wow, that's a lot of fucking money on food.
Takeout, I will be obviously saving money on that. But no, I haven't spent $3,000 a month on takeout in years. Is you getting cancer really related to your weight? Yes, it is. Because me being so morbidly obese, I always had irregular menstrual cycles. So I would go months and months without a period. And then randomly, I would like bleed for a month straight. And it was like that ever since I got a period. And when I
Really? Well, how come you weren't going annually to your gynecologist for your pap tests? Because that's what you're supposed to do, Amber. When I was younger, I had similar issues with irregular periods. TMI. It wasn't clearly because of any weight issue. It just happens. But you know what else I did is I went to the doctor once a year at least. And they check on stuff. And if you were doing that, it never would have gotten to where it got to.
I first got my period, I was 12 years old. From that point on, there was
3
never
years
a
now?
regular cycle for me. For me, irregular was
Wow.
normal. Irregular was my regular, if that makes sense. But as a female, you are supposed to shed your lining every single month. And when that wasn't happening, the lining was just constantly building up. Constant.
Oh.
So my uterine wall was getting extremely thick of lining that I should have been.
Don't know. I cannot. Don't want to know.
Wall. They told me afterwards, they were like, damn girl, that was thick. They didn't say it like
No. 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 3 years? I'm sure I go every year. Maybe it's different in Canada.
in my experience. Go to the gyno. I know sometimes it's scary. I know it can make you anxious because that is how I felt for the longest. There is more like deeper things behind that because I have gone through SA in my life.
Oh, Jasmine, I could listen to all kinds of stuff in a medical context. This is not it. This particular. If you think that my cringing at hearing about AMBERLYNN's uterine walls, if you're not cringing at that, then we need to sit down and have a serious discussion, young lady.
I know this is like going on a whole different thing, but I know that's like a big fear for me. And having a stranger look at that area and feel that area is it feels demeaning. And I know it's scary. but I have learned based on my experience, it's something we need to do as females. How do you feel when people say that the snack plates you have on live stream is you binging? I didn't even know people were saying that, which is kind of crazy because it's literally just like some veggies with like some dip. And like I had like little pretzels. Like I guess I can show you guys here real quick. All right. They're like these balls.
Okay, so what she's talking about here is
that is on a binge.
There was another reaction channel. I don't want to speak out of school, but I think the name is Hecticana. I think that's the channel. I could be wrong. I don't know. Who apparently was saying that this snack that Amber had was an actual large meal portion of food and should be counted as a binge. That's not really a large meal. If that's a large meal, that must be a very thin gentleman. Because I don't really think that counts as a super large meal, but that's
binge,
what she's talking about.
That is a snack. At most, it's like 400 calories. Some could even consider that a meal, but that is not a binge. When I live stream, I don't eat for hours and hours prior to the live stream. So then when I'm actually finally doing...
You people are sick. You are still talking about the thickness. The thickening.
Doing the live stream, I'm like, damn, I'm getting hungry. So that live stream moment for me, yeah, I like to have a snack. That is not a binge whatsoever. Does the hate online affect your weight? I have always turned to food for comfort. And sometimes the hate online like makes me anxious or it makes me depressed or it makes me feel all of these horrific feelings. So I want to turn to things for comfort. And my thing that I like to turn to is food. That has been literally what I have done. I have put myself in survival mode ever since I was a little tiny girl, where I would turn to food when I felt scared or depressed, whatever it may be. So sometimes the hate online can absolutely trigger the way that I eat.
He said it was a meal?
That's because I don't know how to like stop that. Like it is so hard. Like emotionally.
Sarah Bear is saying he said it was a meal. Yes, she's saying it was a binge. He said it was a meal. That's what I heard him. That's what I heard too. I didn't watch it. I'm just going by hearsay. I heard that he said it was a meal. A good meal. Which it's not. Let's be real. Come on. People say I nitpick. Come on.
Eating is like sometimes the only thing that helps me feel better. And in return, if I'm emotional eating or overeating because of these things, then yes, that affects my weight. How much would inpatient cost you? Anywhere between 100,000 to $250,000. That's why when people are like, AMBERLYNN, get inpatient, and they throw it at me like it's as easy as to like buy an apple and like eat it. I'm sorry, I don't have $250,000 to just throw it inpatient. I don't. And the insurance I have will not cover inpatient. And even if it did, I would still have to pay probably upwards to 80,000. And I just don't have that. All right, you guys, now let's get into the weigh-in, talk about how my week went.
Doesn't she look a little too happy that she can't afford that? She looks like first of all, I don't know. Her figure seems awfully high. $250,000 seems awfully high. I know there's, I don't know. It's the States. I don't know what things cost, but I think $250,000 for inpatient seems a little high. The other thing is, yeah, she's like way too happy about this. She is thrilled that she can't afford inpatient. Look at her face. She's so happy about it.
That's why when people are like, AMBERLYNN, get inpatient, and they throw it at me like it's as easy as to like buy an apple and like eat it. I'm sorry, I don't have $250,000 to just throw it inpatient. I don't. And the insurance I have will not cover inpatient. And even if it did, I would still have to pay probably upwards to 80,000. And I just don't have that. All right, you guys, now let's get into the weigh-in, talk about how my week went, talk about my goals. Did I succeed in them? And talk about new goals. This no diet bullshit has been horrible. I've literally tried for...
I will say I did miss a couple of videos. Life was doing its thing. And I did miss, I think, the last weigh-in or something, but I did hear a lot of people reference to she's on a no-diet, so I guess that was her plan with the last weigh-in video, is she was just going to eat what she wanted intuitively or something. I don't know. I missed it, and to be honest, when I miss an Amber video these days, I don't care to go back. There's really no need to bother watching it. I just read the comments, see if there's anything, and there's not, so I didn't watch it. But apparently her idea last time was the no diet, and that's not going to work. She's changed her mind now. This feels very much like cycle 1.
For like 2 days. It was like 2 random days. And then for the rest of the week, like I just was over it. Honestly, something massively triggered me. It was the whole neck cancer situation. And I'm telling you, in a weird headspace. And I just wanted to eat everything again. Janice
is giving us some insight here and says, I know someone that was just inpatient for 3 months for an ED, and it was $6,000, which was insurance deductible. Beyond that, it was covered. I don't think she knows how insurance works. Well, I'm sure she doesn't have any.
That goes with like me not being able to like regulate my emotions and the emotional eating. But I'm just here to be honest. It happened, and this is a whole reset. Okay, act like last week really didn't even happen. So I'm going to stop this whole no diet bullshit, and I'm going on a diet because I am going to die in a few years if I do not take this seriously now. When my mom was taking me grocery shopping, actually. She was like, do you want to stop and get an ice cream cone? And that's something her and I would do frequently. And I literally said no. I was shocked that I said no. I think my mom was shocked that I said no. And no truer words escaped my mouth than in that moment. I literally looked at her and I said, Mom, if I do not lose weight now, I will not be here in a few years. It kind of like left the car.
I seem to recall 5 years ago, you were in tears or you clapped. No, you weren't in tears. You were clapping because the doctor said to you, you are going to die if you don't get your shit together. And she was like, he's the first one who's ever cared enough to be so honest with me. And she was all excited. And then she was like, I stood up and I clapped for him because he said I was going to die. What? You've already heard this before, Amber. This isn't a revelation.
Silent, I'm not gonna lie, because it was kind of heavy. That's kind of a heavy thing to say to your mom. And it's weird because I know my mom really wanted the ice cream cone and she wasn't gonna get one unless I was gonna get one. So then it made me feel guilty and I felt bad because I know she was looking forward to it. So then after like grocery shopping was over and like I was just like chilling, it was like hours later, I'm just like sitting at home. I ended up messaging my mom and I was like, I'm kind of craving the ice cream cone now, wink wink, like I'm sorry we didn't get one. And my mom was like, no, I'm glad because not only did you stay on track, but you helped me stay on track. So I stopped feeling so guilty. That's stupid to feel guilty over like an ice cream cone, but I was feeling guilty because I knew she really wanted one. I know that's like really stupid, but yeah, it's just like no truer words have been spoken.
No, it's not stupid. What's stupid is that hours later, you actually made the effort to text her back and try and coerce her into going back outside, picking you up, and driving over to the ice cream place. That's what's sad. Wink, wink. I really could like that ice cream cone now. Wink, wink. Mom, do you want to come pick me up? I'll treat. Ridiculous.
It's like reality. Like if I keep being the size, I'm not going to like live much longer. I'm just not. And I know that's gruesome, but it's like actual reality. So I'm gonna be doing something more structured.
Actual reality, Amber, is that you could literally have a stroke tomorrow morning. You don't have to wait 5 years. It's not about age. It's not like you can't keep this up when I hit 40. It could happen now. It could happen tomorrow. You could stroke out on a Tuesday night members live stream next week. It's not about age for you, Amber.
I'm going to be counting calories. Yes, I am. I'm going to be using the app Noom, which I've already started and logged, put in my weight. They have lessons on there like that teaches you the psychology behind like why we eat and teaches.
Wasn't she on Noom for 46 minutes a few years ago? Isn't Noom just like an inspirational kind of app thing? I don't know what Noom is. But she's back on Noom. She's been on Noom before.
Tricks. Like it has so many like mini lessons. It teaches you about nutrition, etc., etc. Like
it's really
such a cool and fascinating app because like I'm sitting over here doing lessons. I'm like doing all the extra credit lessons and I'm just like learning all types of stuff. But it's a lot of knowledge that I already know. But it's nice to have that like extra support. So the calories for it wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to like 3,200, and that's kind of hectic in my opinion. I'm not going to be going anywhere near the 3,000s because I have such a messed up metabolism due to like yo-yo dieting. Plus I went through menopause at the age of like 30. Like, are we joking?
Gained like 10 pounds in a week and a half. What do you mean you're not going to go anywhere near 3,000? You do it on a daily, Amber. You do it on the fucking daily.
Plus the lipedema and the lipedema, like I lose weight differently. Like I'm not going to lose weight the same as another person who is the same amount as me. It's like, that's not realistic. That's not reality. We're all different. We all have our own different metabolic rates. So that means I really am just going to aim for like the lower ball there. I'm going to be aiming for like the 2,600. And I know even then that's a little rocky and a little iffy because even at 2,600, like there have been times where I would gain weight from that. So I'm just going to stick to it though. With Noom, they want you to weigh yourself daily because they believe and
I don't believe she's gaining weight if she eats 2,600 calories a day. Does that make sense? I mean, we've done those calculators, right? Like, doesn't she need to eat about 3,500 calories to maintain where she's at? So if 3,500 calories is maintenance, 2,600 calories is deficit. Why would she ever gain weight? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
And they've seen studies where if you weigh yourself daily,
I think it's because she assumes she knows how many calories are in things, but she's never right. That's what I'm going to guess.
More likely to succeed. And I do believe that as well. I also want to talk about something else I said last week when I said I don't have an ideal goal weight, which that still stands. I have no idea what that looks like, but I do want to have like mini goals, something obtainable that I can reach. And they're not like these gigantic goals because then I feel overwhelmed and I give up, etc., etc. So as you guys know, my highest weight is 572.4. But regardless of when that happened, it doesn't matter. But I think it would be a cool concept to like lose 100 pounds from that point. So my first mini goal is simply just be 472.4. So it's just 100 pounds away from that point. So then once I reach that goal,
it's just a little 100 pounds. Just 100 pounds away. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just 100 pounds, guys. It's easy. Is she delusional? I mean, I know she's done it before, but it wasn't pretty or graceful. It took forever, and she hasn't done it very often. She talks about losing 100 pounds like it's just something she can do.
I will then create another small goal. But speaking of goals, so for the 2 goals that I had last week, first one was drink 2 water bottles a day. That was coming from drinking no water at all. Did I do that? My next goal was only order takeout 3 times a week. And that's coming from ordering it like up to 8 to 14 times in a week. Did I do that? So for the 2 water bottles, yes, I did. I drank 2 water bottles every single day, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you, thank you. I know, round of applause. Did I succeed?
Hey guys, this middle-aged woman drank 2 glasses of water a day. Let's give her a big fucking ass pat. Let's all hoist her up on our shoulders and carry her around the room. She drank water. This woman who's pushing middle-aged, she drank water on her own, you guys. Let's put out a commemorative stamp.
In the 3 times takeout though. So on Wednesday, I had Panda Express. That's 1. On Friday, I ordered Hawaiian food. So that's 2. And then on Sunday, I ordered sushi. That's 3. I was successful, you guys. I actually freaking did it. Can you believe it? Like, I was shocked. Color me shocked, for real. So I'm actually going to have 4 goals this week. And that does make me a little nervous because even just having 2 goals was hard enough. But it's like, I'm just going to carry on the 2 goals that I already had. I want to continue.
What did you eat the other days? Just curious. If you weren't ordering food, why don't you do like cooking videos or something? What did you eat the other? How come if she only ordered takeout 3 times in a week, and let's say she eats 2 meals a day instead of 3. Let's be extra generous. So that would be 14 meals. So if she's only ordering 3 meals a week, what are the other 11 meals? And how come they never show up in the vlogs? Like, we never hear her talking about cooking. We haven't seen her buying groceries. She has a 30-minute vlog every Monday that doesn't include any of this home cooking that she's doing. 11 meals. Yeah, didn't she have burger and fries at bingo? Like, she's not counting all the time she goes out, right? How many ice cream cones did you say yes to? You only tell us the one you said no to.
You having 2 water bottles a day, only order takeout 3 times a week, but now I'm adding on log my calories on Noom every single day, no matter what. Even if I go over, like, do not let that stop me. I want to form that habit really bad. So in counting calories, that means I need to like weigh my food, I need to measure my food, and I need to like take it more serious and not just like guess, because I do a lot of guessing, which I'm usually pretty accurate. I understand that I'm over 500 pounds, fully aware, but I've been dieting since I was 10 years old. So for 24 years, I have learned.
Odd and Queer But Not Peculiar says her last video had her at the grocery store. Did it? I did miss a couple, let's be fair. I did miss a couple because I've been busy, but so, all right.
So much knowledge. I've done this so many times that it's pretty simple. I know all the tools. I just don't use the tools. I really want to focus like measuring my food, etc., etc., logging it into Noom. Yes. My other goal is I'm going to be doing intermittent fasting. So I like doing IF. It is very hard because I like to eat in an 8-hour window. So that leaves 16 hours a day where I'm not eating. And it's like, you know, it's great. It's fine when you're sleeping. It's fine.
8 hours.
But on average, I only get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep at night. I know that's kind of low for some people. That's just the way my body rolls. Okay. Rolls.
Oh my God, 11 hours a day where she's not eating? Oh my God, 11 whole hours where she can't chew and stuff? God, she is like I don't know how she's doing it.
It is hard, but it's also helpful because I know that within those 8 hours, like that is the time that I get to eat my food. So then when I'm out of those hours, I like try so hard to like distract myself and I don't focus on food as hard because it's like when I get to eat whenever I want, it's like all I do is think about food. But I notice I think about food less when I'm not in an eating window. So since this is a reset, we are resetting, okay? So my weigh-in for today.
God, she loves buzzwords, eh? Oh, here's her weigh-in. 523.8. So 524. She's real close to her highest weight ever. Like, she's so close to her highest weight ever that she might as well be at her highest weight. Like, it's that close.
523.8. It's crazy. It's hectic. I have not weighed this much in years. I'm super inflamed. I have a lot of inflammation going on. I'm swollen. That's just the way, the cookie crumbles, no pun intended. And I really hope next week I can come on here and be like, you guys, I was successful at all my goals again. You guys, I lost weight. So we'll see. Wish me luck. I'm going to try my very hardest. I hope that you guys have a good day.
You guys are saying she gained 4.5 pounds this week.
Or whenever you were watching this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Donald Trump has made a claim about how
Oh no, we don't talk about him here. She's gained 4.5 pounds in a week. So there are those calculators out there. How much? 4.5 pounds in a week. So what's that? Like 3/4 of a pound a day? wonder how much you have to eat if you weigh, like, somebody can do those find those calculators. If you weigh 520 pounds, how much do you have to eat in a day to gain? Lainey says she has to eat like 3,500 calories at her weight to gain. Good God. I can't imagine. Yeah, Rio went back in his little cave. Here, well. Rio. Let's see, can we bribe him out with some treats, maybe? Is it going to work, do you think? Oh, don't let me forget to show Dub's video, because it's our perfect palate cleanser. So I want to show you this video by our dear Dubs, who's a member of our little community. And they're very funny, and they have a YouTube channel that I know the mods have dropped the link for. They deserve more love because they're very talented. And if I could ever find the damn thread... Sometimes I can't find my way around the Discord. It's disconcerting. Oh my God. Where is it, guys? Why can't I find the Superstars thread? I'm looking right at the damn thing here. Thank you. Thank you, Ella. You go find it. I think I'll just download this quickly because then it's just easier. I know that some of you guys, oh, Dubs, this is so fucking funny. Dubs deserves a lot more viewers. Please go subscribe to Dubs because they're so fucking funny. Let me add this video file. Get my headphones back on. Thank you, Mr. Schnork. Okay. Get up there, Dub.
As of recently with like seeing a psychiatrist and, you know, going to the doctor and seeing...
I don't have to pause this because this is Dubs and I have permission. But I did want to say some of you guys are fans of Caleb Hammer, who has a financial audit channel on YouTube. This is a nice crossover episode for you. Please enjoy, courtesy of Dubs.
I have come to the terms as of recently with like seeing a psychiatrist and, you know, going to the doctor and seeing a weight loss doctor. Like, my health is more important than money. And that's just how it is for me.
Then we saw about once a week, maybe twice a week sometimes, there's that Dave & Buster's, there's the Golden Corral. I mean, we start with one of my favorite places, Panda Express. But then we have Apple Bills.
What I do with my money
So well done.
is then up to me.
Here comes the Bezos, Amazon, Noodle Alley, Bezos, Apple, Chipotle, and Bezos.
Well, I wanted something sweet, so I got the Ben & Jerry.
I don't think we need to be getting sweet treats. No. I don't think it's good for our health in general.
I don't know. I shouldn't have to apologize for it. I shouldn't have to explain myself.
Sweet treats. That's not contributing to our financial health. That's not contributing to our physical health. These are like what you're talking about is like the most bad for you crap. It's nothing beneficial in any way. So I don't know. Maybe you need to go to jail. You spent $1,600 just going out to eat.
Yeah, I spend a lot of money on food. But I mean, doesn't everyone?
There's nothing that can be done here, and it's like the alcoholic that's never changed. And sometimes you just have to just separate yourself from them.
Where'd she go? Oh, she's down there. Where is she? Now she's down. Oh, there she is. Okay, now I'm back. Wasn't that funny? Dubs is so funny. They dropped these in our send it to Caleb. Dubs, send it to Caleb. Or put it up as a short. I keep whistling. I'm sorry. That's really annoying. God, I wish I could. If I could put it up as a short, but put like, make sure it's like our members speak or something like that. It's very good, and it's not the first one I've watched of Dubs that's is very good. They do great, funny, silly edits like that. They're just, it's a perfect palate cleanser, isn't it? And you know what? In one of those clips, she was eating like Pizza Hut, and now I want Sadza. Yeah, but Dubs, I would like, no, but I'm just thinking to get more eyes on it. I'm not trying to take their, I mean, if I put it up and put a link to their channel, it might get more eyes on it than if they just put it up, is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sadza. The mods call my pizza choice Sadza instead of pizza because I like Pizza Hut and apparently everybody hates it. And I love Pizza Hut. And I like, this is the only pizza I ever get. Bacon, pineapple, and olives. They can be black or they can be green. I go crazy. It can be either. Pineapple, bacon, olives. I saw her eating some Sadza. See, Rat says right off the bat, Pizza Hut is the worst. How do you not love the doughy crust? It's so good in yeastiness. Thank you, Kai. I can't be the only person that likes Pizza Hut. Spazzy Trish likes it. Neo Moon likes it. See? My mods. You're so mean. Pizza Hut sucks now. I like Domino's because of the garlic crust. Oh. It's not undercooked. What are you talking about? It's not undercooked. You're mad. You're mad. I like a crispy crust. I like super thin crispy crust, but I also like the thick crust too. Too garlicky. Coco says it's too garlicky. Not for Venom. Too garlicky for Coco, though. Well, all this talk about food is now making me very hungry. Do we watch something on Wednesday nights? I don't even remember. Oh, here's a weird story. Here's a weird story before we go. Right before I went live stream, I got a phone call from Pizza Pizza. If you're in Canada, you know that's one of our pizza chains here. And they said they wanted to verify my address because it was such a large order. And I said, what? And they wouldn't tell, they didn't say how many were ordered, but apparently somebody's trying to send, like, what is this, 1950s? Somebody's ordering pizzas to my house? How they got my phone number, I don't know. That's messed up, right? So, guys, if you're a hater and you're watching, don't try and order pizza to somebody's house. They call to verify those orders. It's kind of a waste of your time. Very weird. So I don't know why they did that. There's weird people, though. I don't know if I ever told you guys that when my mom was dying in the hospital, in the ICU, somebody called the hospital impersonating me and trying to get information. Who in the fuck would do that? There's some weird-ass people around, I tell you. It didn't work. The hospital didn't give them any information, and then we put in extra security measures, which was stupid, but we had to do that. Like, whatever you're doing, it's not working. So whoever's doing this stupid shit, please go get a hobby. It's just stupid. Stupid. Go get a hobby. I'm going to go get a pizza. And I think you should too. Get a Pizza Hut. It'd be so good, I promise. I promise. That's what Amber always says. All right, you guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'll see you all next time. I think on, not tomorrow, but Friday, we'll do a redundancy report, and then Saturday live, and we'll get right back into the swing of things. All my being a bum is over until May when I go away to Costa Rica. But I'll still work from there, I promise. Thank you all for joining me at this very long recap on the live stream and a look at Amber's weigh-in Wednesday. Until we meet again on Friday for the redundancy report, you know what to do. Just be kind. And hasta luego. Bye.